What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to what is part 2 of the midfield discussion. Now, basically, I'm just going to be picking up where I left off. Now, this video doesn't really have a structure like the first one, so if I cough it up, I apologise for that one. But anyway, with no further ado, as always, we're going to get stuck straight into it. So, we've got Clayton Oliver, who is extremely underpriced for his value. I'm not really considering starting him at the moment. Look, to me, the Ds are just so unpredictable. I don't know if he's going to go up much more money than that. Once he picks up his disposal a little bit, you could argue and have your case. But, look, I don't want to pick him just because I know how many teams are going to have him. So I kind of want to have a player of difference for that price range. And I've sort of spoken about a couple of blokes in that bracket. So, not a bad option at all if you decide to go with him. I mean, that is just, go for it. But me personally, I've got my eyes on other blokes. So, we've got Elliot Yeo. Now, I don't really like this pick. I don't think there's going to be many teams whatsoever, so I'll keep this one short. But with Tim Kelly going in the side and all that, Andrew Gaff will play regular games as well. I'll talk about him as well. Look, these blokes, I feel like they're not going to get enough mid-time. I feel like Tim Kelly and Shuey are going to steal a bit of the show. Probably consider Elliot Yeo than Andrew Gaff. Those guys to me aren't really relevant, so I'm not really going to go into detail. These are more just pod picks. Definitely overpriced. What else we got? Zach Merritt. So I had him in my team last year. I picked him up, I think just under 600k, probably around that same price he's actually at now. Great pod. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him, very reliable, but just bear in mind that he's a fantasy player. Does a lot of sideways kicks, not enough contested ball, so just be really conservative if you pick him. I don't mind it. I mean, that's a pretty fair and reasonable price if you decide to go with him, but I'll probably be steering clear from him. I'm not really sure about these blokes. I'll talk about Tim Kelly. Now, look, I don't mind the Tim Kelly pick, all right? It's definitely a great player of difference for that price. One thing I do worry about him with is, can he really handle a tag? Not really. Cops it pretty bad, but historically, when players go to new clubs, they better their football a lot, Dangerfield went to the Cats, won at Brownlow. Buddy won at Coleman. Going to the Swans in his first year. Jared Lyons, his first year at the Lions, became their most expensive midfielder at the end of the season in Supercoach. So there's definitely, a reason to pick him. And, is his job security at question with, Yeo, Gaff, Shuey, Redden, these blokes who are going to come in? Obviously, he might have a little bit of job security, questionable job security, but look, the Eagles, they paid up so much to get him in. I'm not really sure they sacrificed a couple of draft picks or something like that. I don't really follow the trade period all that much, but I did hear that they worked really hard to get Kelly in the team, and look, he's a gun. Nearly won a Brownlow. I've said this before, but I don't mind that as a selection, but I'm a bit boring, it's kind of average of me, but I'm not really looking at many pods at the moment. Mitch Duncan, I reckon he is the best winger in the competition. Very smart player, great ball user. I've seen him in a couple of teams. Not a bad pod. He does really well. He's very trusty. He's extremely durable. I don't think has he had an injury at all. I don't actually know. I can't remember, but look. Not a bad option at all if you decide to go with him. Sloan burnt a lot of blokes last year. I actually had him in my team at this time last year over the preseason. He was in my team for a while. I didn't end up starting with him. I picked Crouch over him. They were both just terrible options. Sloan, he's a superstar. We all know that, but as he's getting into his mature age years, he's really battling with tags. We've seen him get tagged by the likes of Jack Steele, Matty DeBoer, all these really good taggers who just haggle the bloody hell out of him, and he just can't seem to get a run, this bloke, and it kind of worries me. And personally, I just don't trust Adelaide, you know. Trying to steer clear of their premium players because I just have no idea how they're going to go. They're so unpredictable for me, so yeah. Look, not a bad option. Could be a good player of difference, but yeah, I'm going to sort of steer clear from him. Tim Taranto. Now, I don't mind this. So when Kelly, Cornelio and Ward went down with injury, he was the man. He was by far their best player, hence why he won the best and fairest. 30 touches in the grand final. He's the best midfielder over the final series, you could argue. Copped a lot of tagging because of that. I actually reckon with the likes of these stars coming back in the team, if Kelly and Cornelio can get regular games, I think he plays better without them because he doesn't cop as much attention. He's quite able to do whatever he wants. I think he played a couple of games scoring over 140. Definitely over 3, I think, scoring over 130. So, yeah, he's a great pick. What I will say about Taranto is his ball use is shit. Now, he really needs to clean up his disposal. That's why he's 550k and not 600k. If he can fix that up, he's just going to be an absolute contender. I was really contemplating picking him just because of how well he progressed over the back half of last year. But yeah, definitely a butcher man. And yeah, I'm not really welcome of blokes like that in my side. Don't know, I'm going to pick Cunnington. Yeah, all right, Cornelio. Same sort of boat as Taranto. This pick worries me a lot. Yeah, he got injured pretty badly. I think he goes a bit forward as well. I don't really watch the Giants that much. Yeah, that's not good form. But look, I think if you go with Cornelio for that price, I think he's very serviceable. But maybe there are other options. I'm not sure. I'm sort of looking at blokes to sort of talk about. I have no paper in front of me whatsoever. All right, I've spoken about it before, and I'll speak about it again. Now, 1% ownership last year. I think he got to about 580, 590k. This is Jared Lyons, obviously. He's a great player. Scored... I've forgotten this now. I think he scored, 5 games over 130, I'm pretty sure, after the bye, including a couple over 160. So, yeah, he's so capable of scoring, really good. And, yeah, he's durable. I don't think he's had many... He might have had some injuries. I'm probably just doing terrible research here. But, look, I don't mind this for a pick. He's in my side at the moment. He's my sort of pod, my favourite of all these blokes. Extremely underrated. Like, you thought he was statistics, but underrated. I actually gave him a bit of a stalk on Instagram last night. The bloke's only got, I think, 1,700 followers. You know, for a player that talented, I just don't get it. Bloke flies under the radar, and I think he could just be a really good silent killer. If you pick him in your side and he turns into a keeper and steps up his footy just like he did after the buys, I think you're looking at a really good pod. And yeah, he seems to be pretty durable. I don't mind that. Now we get into sort of the dud primos. Warple, no chance. Sorry, mate. I've spoken about Henderson before, but yeah, I don't really think he's relevant. Tom Rockcliffe, get out of my face, you burner man. Yeah, I think that's probably going to do it for this video. Yeah, bloody terrible. Didn't even do any research on these blokes. I literally just started screen recording and just winged it. And sometimes that's all you got to do. See, all these picks look pretty appealing. If you're looking for that, that sort of M5 cover, you don't want to pay up too much. I think if you have any more than 4 blokes over 600k, it's really hard to fill up your side. So we've got to actually consider these blokes, as hard as it is to put your trust and invest in, these awkward premium prices, these mid 500k players. I think, it's questionable and it can backfire, but, Supercoach isn't fun unless you don't pick any of these guys. So I think we've got to have at least one of them in our sides. But, I think that's going to do it for this video. Really appreciate the feedback and, yeah, if you like the video, definitely subscribe, chuck a like if you can. If you hated it, roast me in the comments, chuck a dislike. I don't really care. And yeah, I had a chat with Supercoach George last night. Yeah, I think he said he wants to do a podcast. So yeah, that should be good. Definitely follow his channel. He's a man for Supercoach. He knows his stuff. So yeah, be sure to check out his content if you haven't already. But yeah, that'll just about do it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, see you in the next video.